Hi, my name is Yeomans, and I'm one of the founders of the Women's Well. And I'd like to tell you about it and what we do here and why we do it. The Women's Well probably began, or at least the roots of the Women's Well began in 1994 when we created the Women's Spirituality Program. It was a 9-month program at the Interface Foundation in the Boston area. And I worked with Patricia Rice, Katie Zoll, Olivia Hoblitzel, Pragnia Hallstrom, and many others, Rose Thorne. And what we were trying to do was to create a safe and beautiful place for women to come together and to tell the truth about their lives and to speak particularly about what was sacred to them, what they really valued deeply, and to talk about how we could really honor that, live our lives according to that, and celebrate it. As we worked with it, we began to see that the circle was the teacher. And we found that if we created the question, the context for what the group was to address. For instance, let's imagine we were talking about our mothers, which was one of the things we did talk about. Or we were talking about rites of passage, or female sexuality, or women's bodies, or what it means to be a daughter. If we began to create the questions around that and then gave women a chance to drop in deeply, because we always began each circle with some kind of centering process. It could be silence, it could have been the drum, it could have been song or a circle dance, but some way of really letting go of the world and the busyness of our lives and coming deep inside ourselves, and then working with whatever the topic of the day was. If we would set the context and set the question, and then pass the talking object, which was something we would hold. It could have been a feather or a stone or something beautiful, which meant this is my time to speak my truth. We would pass that around and just listen. Listen to what each woman knew about this from their own experience. That's what we were looking for. We were looking for a place to really honor the truth of women's experience. And as we listened, usually the circle would grow deeper and deeper. Sometimes deep feelings would arise. Tears, rage, fear, secrets. There were things spoken there that sometimes women had said they never had said to anyone before, because there really wasn't a safe place. And as we did that, and as we listened, and as we respected each person's voice, there was a deepening, and there was a teaching, and there was, in a way, a weaving of what it was we were all to learn about our mothers, or about sexuality, or about rites of passage, or about what it felt to be alive at this time, what our sense of responsibilities and concerns were. Lives changed profoundly. We saw that with that kind of non-judgmental witnessing, women grew stronger, grew more confident about what was deepest inside them. And they began to make choices about that. We saw women leave dysfunctional relationships. We saw women have the confidence to leave jobs that weren't working for them anymore, and perhaps go for something that had much more meaning and was part of a larger vision that they held. It was amazing to see the changes that took place. Our culture needs so much the voices and the presence and the participation and the wisdom of women. And this is one of the many places where that knowing, that connection to oneself is being nurtured and supported. And hopefully from that we can go forth and bring into our own lives, our work, our families, our relationships, what is truest and deepest about us, and create a world that reflects that.